Hi, my name is Adam, and I am the young adults pastor here at Grand Central Collective, and I am so excited to share this message with you today. We're going to be into Hebrews 13, and right off the bat, let's just get into it. We're going through the Message version, actually. We're going to go through the Message. So Hebrews 13 in the Message version, it says, "Don't be obsessed with getting more material things." Okay, easy, right? Don't be obsessed with getting more material things. Be relaxed with what you have. Since God assured us, "I'll never let you down, never walk off and leave you," we can boldly quote, "God is there, ready to help. I'm fearless no matter what. Who or what can get to me?" Wow. What does that mean to you? To me, it means a lot of stuff. And I love the part in the NIV section, it says this. It says, "So we say with confidence, the Lord is my helper." How many of us like help? I love help, right? In school, I was always looking for help, never wanted to do my homework on my own. Study groups were my favorite thing, right? How many of us like to accomplish things on our own? It feels good to accomplish things on our own sometimes too. I too can take on too much, as I'm sure most of us can. There's a lot of things in this life that we can grasp onto and try to get a hold of, and we want to do everything we can in the little time that we have. We carry too much, we worry too much sometimes. But what does this tell us? The Lord is my helper, even if we don't want it. A spiritual leader from the Great Depression era, Emmett Fox, wrote in a book, "The Power Through Constructive Thinking." He says this, and I quote, "Sooner or later, you will have to put God first in your life. That is to say, your own true spiritual development must become the only thing that really matters. It need not, perhaps had better not, but the only thing in your life. But it must be the first thing. When this happens, you will find that you have got rid of a great deal of unnecessary junk that most people carry about. Mental junk, of course, although physical junk is very apt to fall upon this. You will find that you will do a great deal less running about after things that do not matter and only waste your time and energy. When once you have to put God first, your life will become simpler and quieter, but in the true sense, richer and infinitely more worthwhile." I love this. I love this because this speaks to everyone. Christian, non-Christian, believer, non-believer. Eventually, we will have to put God first. Wow. Putting God first gets rid of a lot of crap in our lives. Let's look at Saul, who becomes Paul. He too eventually had to put God first in his life. In Acts, we see that Saul is going out and he's killing people that are following Jesus, right? All in the name of the word. He believes that he's doing God's work, or he's believing he's making God happy in this. And then God meets him. Jesus meets him, and he knocks him on his butt. And Saul thought he was doing God's work, but he was doing it on his own. He wasn't seeking God's will out of it. He wasn't seeking God's approval or wisdom in those decisions. He got to a point where Jesus literally put him on his butt and said, "What are you doing?" He made Paul rely on him in that moment. He made him blind. And then he gave him instructions. And Paul had to go and follow those instructions, and he eventually got his sight back. And that moment changed Paul's life forever. In that moment, he put God first. Sometimes we aren't even doing anything at all, and God's trying to get our attention. In 1 Samuel 3, Samuel is serving Eli in the house of God. And God calls to Samuel in the middle of the night while they were sleeping, and Samuel hears this and he runs to Eli. "You called," Samuel says, and Eli said, "No, I didn't call, go back to bed." That happens a couple more times. Then eventually, on one of the last times, Samuel comes to Eli, and Eli says, "Go back to bed, and when you hear your name, say, 'Speak, Lord, your servant is listening.'" So Samuel did that, and he laid down, and the Lord called, and Samuel responded to the Lord. Is God calling your name? And are you running to things that you know for the answer? See, Samuel knew Eli, so he ran to Eli for the answers. Is God calling you to do something, but are you running to things to accomplish that you know how to do already? We often try to make sense of what God is calling us to do with the things that we already know. But sometimes God wants you to trust him and follow him into the unknown so that way he can show you or reveal things to you. And that's scary, right? That's really scary. It's in the unknown where we hear from God. Samuel didn't know God as well as he knew Eli. So when something was happening that he didn't know, he ran to Eli. If he knew God on a personal level, would he recognize God's voice right off the bat? Do you know God well enough that if he's calling your name, that you would hear him and run to him first? God's promise in Deuteronomy 31, the Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. It doesn't matter where you are in life right now. God is wanting to partner with you to accomplish things in your life for his good. Your goals and the things that you like and the things that you are good at are for a reason. He's planted those within inside of you so that you may use those to accomplish his glory. God doesn't want you to go and try and do something on your own. He's calling you and telling you where to go and how to use your skills. But are we listening? God is calling you to do great things. Even now. Not when you're older, not when you're wiser, right now. So are you listening? Are you going to run after God? So if you feel blessed by this message, then feel free to click on the giving option in the app and give anything that you can, anything God's calling you to give to bless this ministry. We would love to give more Pocket Pastor sermons to you as quickly and as readily as possible. God bless you.